chapter 1. The hero and the princess. Or maybe you are the hero, I don't know.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Yeah, full chaos mode. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No, I don't know. I could be. You know, honestly, I'm a little tired. Can someone else do it?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, yeah. So what are you talking about the end of the world?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yeah, but hear me out. Who says I like birds? All people. But how can a princess locked away in the basement of the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
You know, honestly, do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I feel like you're telling me a bunch of kooky, you know? Yeah, I agree with this statement. Have you ever considered maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Yeah, forget this. I'm not doing it.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Who says? Bye.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yeah, home. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
I can agree with that.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
But no. Nope.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah, it sucks to be them. I'm okay. I'm not killing a princess.
Killing is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her.
Ah, is that right? Then what about me? Do I really have it coming to me? Nah, it's too bad.
Fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I'm calling shenanigans on all of this because I'm able to go where I want to go. So something is messing with my ability to get around. So you, sir, Mr. Narrator, are the villain. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in different directions again. In fact, I'm gonna keep tracking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Yeah, it's too bad. Watch me do it again. What's up, everybody? Science here. How you doing? So I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, and turn the notifications on because, well, you know, it happens. That being said, I hope you guys are liking the long plays, and hopefully soon we'll have some maybe TikTok or meme things going on. Do look forward to it. Until then, though, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your video. Bye.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh, is that right?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Okay.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start
What?
those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just... Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with it.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
But I didn't wander off. I just happened to be here.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Interesting. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
That is a great question.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The narrator has no idea. I remember the first timeline. Ah, my powers are kicking in, I see.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Nah, we're
The world
fine.
hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Oh, is that right? Yeah? Those walls weren't there last time. You can't force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
Yeah, look at the
It
walls.
makes sense if you think about it.
Look at the
If there weren't
walls.
any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Is that right? Yeah. Yep, okay, head to cabin now. I'm definitely gonna slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously.
How can you tell I'm lying? How do you know?
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I have no choice. None. They took it all away from me, and now I had no choice. Alright, fine.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
What if I don't want to take the knife?
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
But you say princess.
You
But
can't
if she
just
was
say that.
really
But everything
dangerous.
here is so wrong.
Yeah.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Is that right?
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
What?
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
No. The other voice has a very, very, very good point. What is gonna happen? You wanna explain that one there, buckaroo?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Stay calm and move along, that kind of situation.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
He got a point.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
No.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Oh boy.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine.
I'm already alright. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I'd like to point out, you did not say anything about a mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Yes, it
It
is.
isn't there, just makes me want to look at it even more.
There really, like, he's like, there isn't. There's a mirror right there. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? And approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. but it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
There was a mirror and then it was just gone. Nah, we're gonna into the basement. I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma.
Yeah, that's not right.
The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
I'm gonna have
a
massive hangover after this.
I'm
gonna need some ketchup.
Into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sure.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap.
Yeah, it really is a trap.
We're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
Yeah?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I mean, is that all we're going for here? Oh, soft. We'll go soft.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next.
Okay.
You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Alright.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in.
They're cloudy.
First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Oh, no.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
Alright, let's see. I don't know, this is bad.
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Alright.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Boy.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart—
Are you okay?
Oh! Sweet guy! Ha!
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
I have no idea.
So strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
I guess, whatever the heck that just was.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
I did lose myself.
You're here to— He's just being an ass, we remember.
Ah!
Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings.
I don't think you
She
are the
seems
bad guy, but I think
normal.
it's so contradictory, it's not even funny. Oh. You're apparently a threat to the world. I sent here to slay you.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. You don't think I'm some sort of monster, do you?
I don't know.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
What?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
That's a good question.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Okay.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it
How
now.
do you unthink thoughts? Nah, I really want to know how you do
New
that.
plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I don't know, that's a good idea. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
Yeesh. Get down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. You know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm
Yeah,
not
more of
alone
her.
either.
Uh-huh.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Oh no! Oh no! There's a third.
Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Oh, I don't like it. If I let you out, what are you gonna do?
are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer? What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
The truth?
Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Yeesh! What have I done?
A single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Nah, it's fine. This is fine. This ain't worse. This is fine. There's nothing wrong here. I just see 4 crazy people.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
I don't know.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Yep.
Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh God.
you find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Yeesh.
But this... we can't...
Oh boy, I think I really messed something up.
Do you not have anything...
Oh!
I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Oh no, what have we done?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, I don't think we were.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong.
Oh no!
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Of course they have consequences. I just didn't want to kill her.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Okay, I'll do my best. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear you reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Hey, look, it's the Mia.
Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Yeah,
Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know. The narrator's gone too.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
I think so.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I think we look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Too late, I'm doing it,
I'm
bye!
begging you, don't do this.
Yep.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
The final it shall be. Mirror remains. It's time for you to see what it is. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Uh-huh. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I guess I'm the twister of worlds, the shatterer of minds. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
Okay.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Ah! Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Ah! Very good point. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Ah,
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
okay. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh,
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. Do you know about the world beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. Who is this trippy? Were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I guess not. It's like an adventure. It doesn't matter where it starts or ends. It's still the adventure. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I see.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Huh. You're being semantic. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Huh. Alright, do it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh!